Hello everyone, this is just a short video to go over an issue that I ran into today. Today I went out for lunch to run an errand, and when I came back, the computer that I was using actually got upgraded without my permission to Windows 11. And I found that to be very alarming. And I've been working on various different systems, and for about a year and a half now, we've been making a push to go toward the Linux-based operating system, or maybe others that are not Windows, something that respects the privacy a little bit more. But I wanted to come on here to the channel and just let people know that this is not something that I take lightly, and I am turning the processes here at Remora Bay to be fully anti-Windows. And so if you have anything Windows, we're not going to support you anymore. We're going to drop those effective immediately. We're only going to support Linux. And so, we'll do this the hard way. I can't see, pleasant way out when Windows is playing this sort of hide and seek sort of game, where they pester you with updates and have this dark sort of plan, whatever that might mean. Basically and specifically, what I'm referring to is to upgrading your system without your specific permission, which is exactly what happened. And to make things worse, Windows system would not allow me to revert back to Windows 10. And I just find this very destructive. It felt, honestly, much more like an attack than an unwanted upgrade. And I pretty much had it with Windows. Okay, so I'm not here to promote really different operating systems. I have work to do, like so many other business people. My work is inherently not an operating system. For that matter, it's not even a programming language. My work is very specific and centered around EDI, and I don't want to be bound or hindered by an operating system that I have to look over my shoulder at. And so, when I share data like I'm right now, or information like right now, I've been researching this for quite some time. I looked at Ubuntu, and it seemed very pleasant. And of course, I've been on Unix before, and I recently tried out Linux Mint, and I found this to be an absolute fantastic way to port over from Windows. Even a novice can install Linux Mint. Like, here's a USB right here, and I pop this into this PC, and I can eradicate this infection that some people call Windows 11. And in addition to that, I'll just share some tricks with you that I've used. I installed Linux Mint on one of the PCs, actually one of the first ones I was testing, and then I installed Wine and Wine Tricks, and then after removing the DLLs, or the libraries, out of some of my older code, I was able to compile and run those older systems on Linux just fine. I just had to make sure I don't make calls to open Windows to view, to try to find files and stuff like that. All the core functionality still works. There are ways around using your old code. You don't have to start over again. You can actually just go over to Linux and do it that way. But this is really just to share some information. I don't know if you folks are out there, but if you're making a decision, I want the community to know that my decision is that I am, very, very concerned or upset at what Windows did to my PC and updating it without my permission. It's a violation of my privacy, and I'm not going to put up with it. So, effective immediately, this is a Linux shop, so don't call asking for Windows help or something like that. I'm not going to do it. So if you need support, you need help, right here. Thank goodness we were already on this bandwagon, and we already have a Linux redfish for validating and converting files. It's a translator, and it works fantastic, and we've already got the tools that we don't have to stop our clearinghouse production or anything. We've already been running on Linux, but this just makes our switchover just sooner. It doesn't really change anything in our production. We're not behind or anything. We've been functioning in Linux for quite some time now. But if you haven't, and you find yourself in a situation like this seems more like a war than it does, in industry. I was attacked, basically, by this Windows 11 update. So anyway, I don't think I've left any confusion about where I stand on this subject. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching my video.